All right, so if you're here, I'm betting you're as hooked on Shakira's Ultima as we are.
Yeah, it's definitely got that feeling of something deeper going on,
Yeah.
like a real statement, like a period at the end of a
Uh,
sentence.
the final word, exactly. So we figure let's really get into it, unpack it all for everyone listening.
Yeah, give it the full deep dive treatment.
We've got the official lyrics right here, pulled straight from Shakira's VEVO.
And alongside that, a whole analysis breaking down the emotions, the themes, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, this analysis gets into it.
It does. And even before we get to the lyrics themselves, that title, Última, for those who might not know, that means last in Spanish, right?
Right off the bat, it's like, okay, this is serious. This isn't just another track, you know?
It sets a tone for sure, a sense of closure, finality, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. Like a door closing, no question about it. And then you get those lines early on, ahora he decidido estar sola, which for anyone who needs it means, now I have decided to be alone.
And then to really hammer it home, she follows that with que ya está decidido. It's already decided. Like, that's it. Decision made.
No going back. And what's interesting is, even before that, you get that almost desperate plea at the very beginning. Por favor, déjame hablar. No me interrumpas, te lo pido. Please let me speak. Don't interrupt me, I ask you. Like, there's a history there, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, that line speaks volumes, doesn't it? It makes
Yeah.
you wonder, what conversations led up to this? Was there a feeling of not being heard, maybe?
Like, this is the one chance to get it all out, uninterrupted.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. And then, man, that line that just hits you in the gut. Se me perdí el amor a mitad de camino, como es que te cansaste de algo tan genuino.
Which for everyone means love was lost for me halfway. How could you get tired of something so genuine?
The heartbreak in that line, it's palpable.
That feeling of like, wait, it was real, wasn't it? How can you just get tired of something real?
Right. And I think that emphasis on the genuineness, that really stands out. It shows how differently the two people in this story were experiencing the relationship.
Like what felt so real to one maybe didn't hit the same for the other.
Exactly. It makes you question, how subjective is love, really? Even when you're in it together, you can be miles apart in how you perceive it.
And she keeps coming back to that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, there's that echo. Se nos rompió el amor a mitad de camino. ¿Cómo es que te cansaste de algo tan genuino? Which is pretty much the same sentiment, just slightly different phrasing.
That repetition, it drives home how much she's grappling with this. Like it's the core wound that just won't heal.
Totally. And then she starts digging into what went wrong, where the cracks started showing. You get those contrasting desires.
Tú querías salir y yo quedar contigo en casa, tú comerte el mundo, yo solo quería tenerte. Meaning basically, you wanted to go out and I stay with you at home, you to conquer the world, I only wanted to have you.
That clash of desires, that's so classic, isn't it? It feels like a turning point so many couples experience. Yeah, you've got one person craving the world, the other wanting to build a world together.
And neither one is inherently wrong, but it creates this fundamental mismatch.
Like their paths are diverging even though they started at the same point.
Exactly. Over time, that difference in what they want out of life, it just breeds resentment.
And it's not just them either. She talks about their social circles.
Y ni tus amigos con los míos combinaban, más fácil era mezclar el agua y el aceite. Which basically translates to, not even your friends got along with mine anymore. It was easier to mix water and oil. I mean, that's vivid, right?
Oh, absolutely. It shows how deep the rift went. It's not just a couple thing, it's a whole worldviews clashing.
Like, they're not just living different lives, they're surrounded by different people who reinforce those differences.
It adds a whole other layer of incompatibility, doesn't it? Makes you wonder how they even got together in the first place, right? And then there's that glimpse into the other side of the story, what she perceives as her partner's perspective. She says, dices que te hacía sentir que nunca nada me alcanzaba y que para mí todo era poco insuficiente. You say that I made you feel like nothing was ever enough for me and that for me everything was little, insufficient. That feeling of never being enough, it's so destructive in a relationship, you know?
It is. It speaks to a lack of validation, a feeling of constantly being judged.
Like no matter what you do, it's never quite right.
Exactly. And that breeds resentment on both sides. One feels inadequate, the other feels unappreciated. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, no good can come from that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this twist where she acknowledges the possibility of regret on both sides. She says, seguramente con el tiempo te arrepientas y algún día quieras volver a tocar mi puerta. Surely with time you will regret it and one day you will want to knock on my door again. And then she flips it. Seguramente con el tiempo me arrepienta y algún día quiera volver a tocar tu puerta. Surely with time I will regret it and one day I will want to knock on your door again. It's like, even in this firm goodbye, there's this lingering doubt.
Oh, absolutely. It shows the complexity of it all. Like, yeah, right now it's over, but who knows what the future holds? Feelings change, people change.
It makes it more human, less black and white.
For sure. And amidst all that, she keeps circling back to this one idea. Nos queda lo aprendido. What we learned remains. That line, it's repeated, emphasized.
Yeah, it feels like the key takeaway, doesn't it? Like, even in this heartbreak, there's growth.
It's a very mature perspective. Like, okay, this hurts, but what did I learn from it? How can I be better, choose better next time?
It goes back to that initial confusion. Lo que nos pasó, ya pasó. Y no tuvo sentido si estuviste confundido. Ahora yo me siento igual. What happened to us already happened, and it didn't make sense if you were confused. Now I feel the same way. They're both confused, but they can both learn from it.
It's not about placing blame. It's about recognizing the shared experience and using it to move forward.
And man, even though she's talking about learning and moving on, she doesn't shy away from the raw pain of it all, that line. Así que te fuiste y me dejaste un hueco aquí en mi cama, pasó el tiempo, y no puedo sacarte de mi mente.
Yeah.
So you left and left a hole here in my bed. Time passed, and I can't get you out of my mind. It's like, yeah, the decision's made, but that doesn't mean it's easy.
Right. The absence, the memories, they linger. That's the tough part about heartbreak. It's not just a switch you flip.
And then that really powerful statement. Pero ahora debo aprender a estar sola. But now I must learn to be alone. That word debo. It's so strong, so intentional.
It shows it's a choice, an active process. Like, I'm not just going to let this happen to me. I'm going to take control and learn to be okay on my own.
It's empowering in a way, isn't it?
Definitely. So for everyone listening, trying to understand what Ultima is all about, I think the core takeaways are, this is a farewell, no question.
The love is gone. That's the big, painful theme at the center of it all.
They wanted different things. Their paths were heading in opposite directions.
And there's that feeling, from the partner's perspective, of never being enough.
And even with the breakup, there's that lingering what if, that regret that maybe hangs over both of them.
But the big message is, there's growth in this. It's painful, but you learn.
And that learning, that's what helps you move on, eventually learn to be alone again.
And a few lines really capture all that, don't they? Like that firm, ahora he decidido estar sola, that just shuts the door.
And then that gut-wrenching question. Se me perdí el amor a mitad de camino, como es que te cansaste de algo tan genuino? That's the heart of the song right there.
And to show that clash of desires, nothing beats. Tú querías salir, y yo quedar contigo en casa. Tú comerte el mundo, yo solo quería tenerte.
And finally, that reminder that even in the mess, there's something to gain. Nos queda lo aprendido.
So for all you Shakira fans out there, hopefully this deep dive is giving you even more to think about when you hear Última.
Yeah, it's more than just a breakup song. It's a journey. Now that we've broken it all down, what really sticks with you? What line, what theme really hits home?
And how does it connect to your own experiences, your own understanding of relationships ending?
We encourage you all to listen again, maybe with the lyrics in front of you this time, and really absorb it all.
You might be surprised at how much deeper you connect with it now.
And with that, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.